Welcome to the latest on All Stars TV. This is the Captain's Call, building up to All Stars 2026 at the Bow Arena, Sheffield. The weekend, 25th to 26th of July. It is right around the corner, and today pleased to be joined by representatives from Dreams Come True. It's Captain Davy Brown and a player, Jenn Hepp. Davy and Jenn, thanks for joining us here on All Stars TV.
Thanks for having us, Craig.
Pleasure is ours as always. And Davy, you've got your guest there in the background as is tradition. I'd be disappointed if it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's worked its way onto the mantelpiece and it's sat there patiently.
And you're bringing it back on the end of the month, and hopefully somebody will
I have to smuggle it into my hockey bag just to get it, bring her home.
The things we have to do. But as I say, it's this month. It's come round. As it always does, it kind of creeps up, and then all of a sudden it's July and it's this month and it's eek and everything's going mad. It's crazy season. The fundraising's going off the scale as usual. And Davy, as a third-time captain, how's the season been for yourself with Dreams Come True?
Yeah, it's been good. We've had a lot of people return. Like, people are keen to return and play for Dreams. It's such a fun group of people. I think it's very difficult to get away from us.
Yeah, as I'm finding out.
And Jenn, obviously David didn't let you escape either. So how was your All-Star journey with us? And how have you been this year, but your All-Star journey as a whole?
Yeah, it's been great. I think returning just shows how much fun it is every year, and what a great team Dreams actually is. I stumbled upon the team by accident, actually, as someone had dropped out last minute, and I stepped up. Not quite knowing what I was in for, but I've enjoyed it ever since, and the team were great and they were really welcoming, so I couldn't have asked for more.
Yeah, and it's one of those things we say once you're in, All Stars kind of you don't get to escape anymore, do you, Davey? That's the kind of mantra. Once you're in, we don't tend to let you go.
Yeah, it's claws dig into you and you find it hard to get away. In a nice way, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, definitely, yeah. So Dreams Come True, obviously on the ice, a very successful team, but the charity, do you want to tell us a bit about Dreams, Davy, and the work that they do?
Yeah, so Dreams Come True basically it's a wonderful charity that just helps kids that have been dealt a really tough hand. It helps them out in any way that they just need, like whether it's like helping them with their schoolwork, whether it's like a laptop or accessible bikes that can get onto the beach for wheelchair users, abundance of things. It's just a phenomenal charity, and I just can't say enough good things about it. It's really just touched me, and I just appreciate everything that they do.
Yeah, and it's one of our longer running charities as well, so awful lot of money raised over the years, and as we said with a few of the captains, it's not just the money, it's the kind of awareness and the kind of advocacy of the charities that we can give as well.
Yeah, and I think because it's a children's charity, it really hits the soft spot on me. Like, I've just recently become a father, and I just can't imagine like having that situation like put upon me where I would need to rely on a charity to help me. And it's just like all of us just give, like everyone in all of All Stars just giving their time up to help every single charity. It's really commendable, and I think everyone just really should give themselves a round of applause just to give up your own time, your own money, because we all fund these trips on our own. It's just such a really good bunch of people, and I love seeing everybody every year.
Yeah, and yourself, Jenn, how's the fundraising this year? Obviously, any special events or things that we hear all the stories about strange things that people do to raise a few pounds, but anything in particular in your calendar this year?
I'd love to say there was something absolutely weird or wonderful. I don't think there is. I have thought about doing some kind of like skating marathon, but I've not actually ever had the opportunity to do it. So it might be something I can put on the agenda for next year. That's for sure.
You did run the London Marathon last year after the event, sporting Streams colours. Jenn also single-handedly brings in our main jersey sponsor every year, like without a question of a doubt. Plus, they all show up to represent their company. It's like Evolve is helped us for the past 3 years now, and I can't thank them enough as well.
And now that you said that on tape, Jen, about doing a skating marathon, that now has to happen. That's
I'm
now
held to it.
that is now the law. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Fair.
and Davy, the team as a whole, how's the funding this year, and any special events that you can tell us about from
Yeah,
the team
there's
this year?
sorry. Yeah, no, there's the usual. The World Cup has helped. There's been plenty of sweeps and stuff, and I think Craig has a big barbecue cookout going on with the local brewery in Nottingham, which is also another sponsorship of ours. Like I just can't thank people enough. Yeah, we've been going good. We still a lot of events in the pipeline before All Stars kicks off. So we still have some money to bring in.
Yeah, I know it's fantastic. And as a whole, I think just yesterday we had, I think we're up to 142 for Sheffield, which is phenomenal. Kind of a month before,
Yeah.
so all of the charities and all of the players are doing a sterling job. From what you know, Jen, of the event and your experience, how do you sell it to somebody who to try and get them to come down to Sheffield to join us for a couple of days?
Yeah, I think honestly, it's just such a good vibe. I think everyone's so friendly. Everyone's just having such a great time. I don't think there's anything really to fault it. If you really want some kind of anywhere from fast action to just kind of inclusive laughter and a great weekend of entertainment, I think that's really just the sell in itself. It always helps if you can get behind a team. So I'd probably recommend choosing a team to cheer for. That always helps when you've got a little bit of kind of
Hmm.
extra kind of enjoyment and excitement when you can support your team and they start winning or they start doing something that's scoring goals, really exciting, things like that.
And you talk about the inclusiveness. Obviously the number of women's players is continuing to grow, and as a former women's league player yourself, to see that kind of continue and the women playing and representing and taking a huge part must be great to see as well.
Yeah, I mean it's fantastic. I think the sport itself is just growing generally anyway. But I think what was it last year, the year before that, Davy? I think we had about six. We almost had a full line, if not more than a full line of females on the team, which
Yeah,
actually,
we had like a lot of
yeah,
females, and I think just based on like certain levels of players, I would love to have gotten everyone on the same line for like a shift. That would have been pretty phenomenal. But I think we just missed that opportunity. Well, I just missed that opportunity to let that or to make that happen. But
Mhm.
it'll happen.
yeah,
Yeah. No, but it's great to see it. And Davey, we've said as well in a couple of these interviews, the the weekend itself is kind of seen as it's the end point of the journey. It's kind of the reward, isn't it? So you've worked all year to raise the money to do all your charity work, to raise the awareness, and this is your weekend to kind of let off steam, have fun, play some hockey, and celebrate with people you might not see from year to year, but you see them at the rink, you play against them, and you can do some great things on the ice.
Yeah, it's awesome seeing people every year. Like I mightn't be like because I'm not quite social media savvy, so I wouldn't be quite chatty to some people. But then you see them every year in person, and it's
Mhm.
just like, hey, you're just catching up again, and I love it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And if
It's
you want
it's
to try
almost
and
like a
encourage,
family.
yeah,
Sorry.
100%.
Yeah.
and to encourage somebody, if people want a hockey fix in the late summer, obviously things are starting to come towards next season for leagues and things. But if they wanted a summer hockey fix, if you wanted to tell somebody to come along to Ice Sheffield, how would you sell it to them, Davey?
Oh, it's a cheap wee day to go in, a couple of quid. It goes to charity. There's food at the event. There's raffles. There's all sorts. Plus, there's really great hockey, and it's a good way to get into a sport that you mightn't be too familiar with. Like you stop anybody with a jersey, and they will happily tell you the rules, the sport, even anything about All Stars. And if you're stopping someone in an All Stars jersey, you know you're talking to someone friendly and yeah, someone awesome.
Toronto jersey. Think you mentioned that. I forgot to mention the jersey. So this year, obviously, you've got your is it the Sandman on the front again?
Yeah,
Um,
we're repping the Sandman again. I think that fits the charity quite perfectly. Like everyone in Dreams loves the idea of it. David Miller, a player from a few years ago, suggested the concept to me, and then yeah, we just sort of ran with that, and we think it's quite fitting and perfect. We sort of
And
added, because Dreams went through a bit of a rebrand with colors, so we were able to edit it and bring some of their new logos in, and it just fits in perfect and ties in.
yeah, because it's gone from like the orange and purple to the more kind of pastel colours, and the way you've blended it in the shirt this year. Obviously, working
Yeah,
off cross check, another stunning jersey for people to
yeah,
see
cross
on the
check and Ryan Gleason, yeah, knocked it out of the park again as per usual. Like they just year after year produce phenomenal jerseys.
Yeah, and we'll obviously point people towards cross-check that the jerseys are on sale if you want to get one before the weekend itself. All 8 teams there, fantastic jerseys. Buy one of each if you want. Just pick a team, but however you want to do it. The shirts all look fantastic. So yes, obviously as a relative addition to All Stars, how would you sum up the All Star experience as a player or somebody who wants to kind of just experience what All Stars is all about?
Yeah. If I was to probably choose one word, it would be family. Um, Past that, it's just amazing to be part of such a movement in terms of, you know, fundraising for all the fabulous charities that take part in the weekend. It's a way to meet new friends you never thought you were actually going to ever come across.
Mhm.
Hockey's a small world, but still, we manage to meet new people on, you know, a yearly basis, which is incredible. And I think it's just an opportunity to enjoy the game again and just have some fun with it. Sometimes you kind of get bogged down in the winning or the, you know, the competitive side of things, and it's nice to just put some fun back into it and inject that spirit
Yeah.
again.
And the way that the tournament goes, obviously the lines are matched, so you get people of equal ability competing against each other. So although we might have elite league players or women's elite league players
Mhm.
against rec players, there's no real conflict. It's kind of matched up, so
Yeah.
the battle on the ice are always fairly well matched.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's actually great to give opportunities across all kind of skill levels, ages, without the pressure of feeling like they need to worry about looking silly or not being able to keep up.
yeah.
I
And
think like
David,
one of my favorite parts of having the lines like that is it gives people maybe who aren't on the first line getting those shifts in with their recce club that like they can be the superstar of the weekend or get that game winning goal because everyone has the same shifts, the same time on the ice. Like, yeah, I think like our VIP, our MVP of last year is Jordan Big Shoe Simpson, just absolutely killing it every year.
mhm.
Yeah, I love it. I love the lines. Just, yeah, the setup's perfect.
And the way the run at the third and fourth line kind of finish off each period, so if it's a tie game coming down to the final couple of minutes, it is going to be those third and fourth line players who could be the hero and make a name for themselves.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely, yeah.
I know the pressure firsthand in terms of trying to keep it out of the back of the net for our team. So I can tell you, it adds an extra level to the
Yeah,
experience. That's for sure.
and I say people do come along. I say it's £5 on the door. There's games from 11 o'clock every day. The games are fast and furious, changing on every line changes every minute or so. It looks crazy. It looks mad and disorganized, but it works and it's fun. So yeah, definitely encourage people to come along down. You mentioned David. There's still a few things to happen before the weekend. Anything major we can kind of signpost or just look out for stuff on your
Um,
social?
I think one of the biggest ones is definitely Craig's barbecue that he's doing. It's definitely one I can definitely share some of those details. And yeah, everyone's just got their own wee things going on too. It's hard to keep track of everyone. There's 22 plus guys on our team. We have a few off ice volunteers this year helping us out as well. So there's a lot going on. A few busy people this year.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. As I say that with the way the fundraising's gone right across the piece, it's been another record-breaking year. And I say the last few weeks, is always silly season. The total seems to grow on an almost daily basis, new records being set. So fantastic to see everything. It's been great catching up. We'll see you in Sheffield in a few weeks. But Jenn and Davy, with Dreams Come True, thanks for your time tonight, and we'll see you at All Stars in just a few weeks' time.
Yeah, Craig, thank you. See you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks.